Good day to everyone. I'm ElpidioLuis Hidalgo Jr., a student in MGT-542 under the tutelage of Dr. Vaishali Ohja. As required final project for this course, I was asked to showcase a person who I believe to be an influential leader, and for that, I present to you Jacinda Ardern. Jacinda Ardern is the former New Zealand Prime Minister. For Jacinda Ardern leadership roles, she serves as a Prime Minister of New Zealand from 2017 to 2023. As about the same duration, she was the Deputy Leader of the Labour Party of New Zealand. Jacinda Ardern leadership traits and characteristic. Jacinda Ardern's leadership traits and characteristic is described to be empathetic, authentic, and with strong communication skills. She's approachable, compassionate, and able to connect with people on a personal level. Jacinda Ardern leadership styles are described to be in three categories. First one is transformational inclusive, second is emotional intelligence, and third is honest and authentic. Jacinda Ardern's leadership is characterized as transformational and inclusive because she inspires and motivates her followers with a clear and compelling visions, particularly during crisis. Her empathetic and authentic approach fosters deep connections with people, encouraging them to work towards collective goals. Jacinda Ardern's leadership is also characterized by emotional intelligence because she consistently demonstrates empathy, self-awareness, and effective interpersonal skill. She connects deeply with people, understanding and addressing their emotions and concerns, which foster trust and loyalty. With respect to crisis management, Jacinda Ardern handles crisis with calmness, decisiveness, and empathy, and this is exhibited in March 2019 in the aftermath of the Christchurch mosque shootings, where Ardern reacted by rapidly introducing strict gun laws, winning her wide recognition. Throughout 2020, she also led New Zealand's response to the COVID-19 pandemic, for which she won praise for New Zealand being one of the few Western nations to successfully contain the virus. It is estimated that her government's actions saved as many as 80,000 lives. Jacinda Ardern's ethical and moral leadership principles are based from staying honest and true to her values, always acting with integrity, and prioritizing the welfare of the people. Having all these ethical and moral principles, Jacinda was able to build strong foundation and trust and credibility with the public, enabling her to effectively mobilize and unite her country during crisis. Her compassionate and care to people enables gave security to citizens, enabling her to implement her policies and drive positive change. With regards to having influential tactics, Jacinda Ardern used inspirational appeal and rational persuasions to convey and communicate effectively and empathetically her political platform to enable her to gain trust and build strong personal connection to people. With regards to fostering teamwork, Jacinda Ardern creates a collaborative environment where everyone feels heard and respected. She does this by promoting inclusivity, by encouraging open communication, and by valuing team members' contributions. With regards to Jacinda Ardern's ability to resolve conflicts, she does this by listening actively, by mediating fairly, and finding the common ground. Jacinda Ardern's empathetic approach to resolving conflict is characterized by her ability to deeply understand and address the emotions and concerns of those affected. During the Christchurch mosque shooting, she demonstrated this by immediately reaching out to the Muslim community, offering support and showing solidarity by wearing a headscarf. Her swift and compassionate response helped to unify the nation and provided comfort to those grieving. This approach was highly effective as it has not fostered a sense of national solidarity but also led to the decision actions such as the implementation of a stricter gun control laws. Ardern's empathy and genuine care for her people have been pivotal in her ability to manage and resolve conflicts effectively. Jacinda Ardern fosters creativity and innovation by encouraging creativity and innovation to human empowerment. She is also supportive of new ideas, and she fosters a culture of continuous improvements. Some of us in the Ardern's initiative that proves she fostered creativity and innovation during her tenure as Prime Minister of New Zealand was the well-being budget, which is a budget framework shifting the focus from traditional economic measure to broader indicator of well-being, including mental health, child poverty, and environmental sustainability. The other one is the Zero Carbon Act, which is a legislation aiming to make New Zealand carbon neutral by 2050. With regards to global leadership, Jacinda Ardern has strong and confident ability to connect with world leaders. She advocated for global issues and she will represent New Zealand on the world stage with much popularity, yet with grace and humility than any other leaders New Zealand ever have. Jacinda Ardern attended and participated in Global Climate Summit in 2021 hosted by the United States, urging other nations to follow New Zealand's lead in climate finance and ending fossil fuel subsidies. Jacinda Ardern has addressed the United Nations General Assembly multiple times. The most meaningful one is in 2022 when she emphasized New Zealand's anti-nuclear stance in denouncing Russia's invasion of Ukraine. She also advocated for collective action and stronger international cooperation on global challenges like climate change and pandemic crisis. Recommendation for improvement. Enhancement resilience against public scrutiny and personal attacks. Jacinda Ardern's strengths in leadership, being empathetic and having an open approach, apparently serve as her vulnerability to scrutiny, which has affected her well-being and leadership effectiveness. The emotional and psychological toll of public criticism may have contributed to some mistakes she made in office, which in the end may have been the reason for her not pursuing re-election in 2023. Enhancing her resilience would have developed strategies for her to better manage the emotional and psychological impact of public criticism, which could have made her more effective and focused on her leadership responsibilities, and which could have possibly given her the confidence to pursue another term in office. Jacinda Ardern's tenure as Prime Minister was unparalleled. Her leadership, marked by intellect, strength, empathy, and insight, set a powerful example for global leaders. Over her 6 years in office, she championed not only women's rights but also the rights and welfare for all citizens. She guided New Zealand through challenging times such as COVID-19 pandemic by closing the country's border to minimize death while allowing life to continue largely as normal. Following the tragic Christchurch mosque shootings in 2019, she swiftly banned assault weapons, initiated a buyback scheme, and took a strong stand against Islamophobia, setting international standard for countering religious bigotry. These achievements have had a profound impact worldwide, making her a truly iconic and influential leader of the 21st century for me. This concludes my presentation. Please contact me via my email address should you have any questions and or concerns with this presentation. Thank you all for your time. May you all have a wonderful day.